Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is an M44, the Tier 6 American SPG, and we're on the north spawn of Murovanka. Now this particular M44 belongs to Major Nuisance. Yes, it's him again. He's submitted replays to us before, and they've usually been quite interesting, and I think this one actually is very interesting from the perspective that it actually takes on the theme of a major television show towards the end. The Walking Dead. I think you can guess what's going to happen, but this is quite funny. Okay, so he's setting up near the bushes on top of the hill and needs to get on slightly flatter ground, otherwise it makes it very difficult to aim at the targets. Now, Major Nuisance has got a mark of excellence on his barrel, so he knows how to handle the M44 correctly. And of course the M44 is one of our favourite Arties because it's got such a fast fire rate, it's accurate, it's heavy hitting, it's quite fast to move about as well. And Major Nuisance has got his first target, so T20. Oh, now he anticipated where that T20 was going to go, it stopped. And he almost hit the KV3 instead, but they've stopped near each other. Now he's reloading, but his arc of fire is right at the edge, which means he's getting reticule bloom every time he turns. Because obviously the vehicle is having to move every time he tries to fire at a new vehicle. And you see the reticule bloom keeps happening. Now it should stop because his arc of fire is right at the edge of the map. So he should be able to fire at that AMX-12T very accurately. No, he's just waiting for the reload to go in. Oh, he's had a bad accident and he's been tracked. Oh no, why did you do that? Move off the target, and the target's been killed. Now some players won't place their reticule on the target, believing that the target will then find out that they're being targeted and it'll make them do something. Doesn't actually, that's not true. It's an urban myth, I'm afraid. Just because you put the reticule over the target does not mean the target knows that he is being targeted. His sixth sense does not go off. His sixth sense goes off the moment he's spotted. Well, 3 seconds after he's been spotted, and 3 seconds after he appears on your screen every time you see him. Of course, you may not see him in front of you because it may be on the mini-map that they appear, but it's 3 seconds after that that they will know, not after you put your reticule on them. Now the other M40 is making moves to get as far west as he can, and I think Major Nuisance is going to do the same because the enemy appear to have rolled up the Magic Forest. Even though the scores are fairly even, they've pushed around as fast as they could, and they're bottling Major Nuisance's team into the northwest corner of the map. So he's finding a new position nearer his own tanks, so at least the enemy has to go through them in order to get to him. Now it's as far south as he dare go. He's going to sit on top of that rise in front of those bushes, and he's got a target. It's a Scorpion, the American version, and it's sitting just over that ridgeline, but unfortunately he's gone unspotted. He's fired the round in anyway, speculatively, which is reasonable, but they're losing a lot of tanks now. They're 3 tanks down, and I believe that those enemies are actually near where Major Nuisance was a short while ago. Okay, he's got a T20. He's taken a hit, but that round was short. Very short. You can see quite a distance away from the T20. He's waiting for the reload to complete. He's dialed in and aiming directly at the T20, who's now moving and has been killed. Now there's a VK3601H nearby, and there's the KV3, and he's coming up from the middle. He's up onto the rise. Now the problem Major Nuisance has got is he's over the other side of a slope, which means that he's not going to be able to fire at targets which are below his gun depression, so to speak. So he has to get up onto that ridgeline. That means exposing himself because he would be too close to those bushes. So he's had to move his vehicle just a little bit, and he's using right hand, he's scrolling out the mouse, not using his right hand mouse button. But that tank, that Scorpion, was too cheeky, came right out in the open. Oh, he's been hit by the enemy M44. He was seen when he fired at the Scorpion. And in fact, actually, a Lorraine 40t is about to ram him, and he did ram him, but the 40t has died in the process. So, oh dear. And the funny thing is that Major Nuisance actually thought at the time that he was dead after being hit by the M44, but in actual fact, his corpse, his walking dead, actually killed the 40t. He actually ended up with another kill, and that's most amusing. So he actually ended up with 2 kills, the Scorpion and the Lorraine 40t. So let's have a look at the end of battle results, because that was the end of the battle. And we can see that he managed to pick up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 6. He got an eye for an eye when he killed the 40t, and the 40t killed him. They both killed each other, and that's an eye for an eye medal. But because the 40t was a tier 8 medium tank, and he's only a tier 6 SPG, he gets a Kamikaze because he destroyed an enemy vehicle by ramming it, or rather the 40t rammed him, and both of them died. So he claims an epic medal, or at least an award, for claiming the soul of the 40t. So well done there, Major Nuisance. Let's have a look at the team scores. Well, you were on the losing team, but you did get 7th place with 548 hit points of damage. You were joint top with 2 kills on your team. And when it came to base XP, you were 5th with 261. You fired only 9 rounds, got 1 direct hit, 1 penetration, 2 splash, damage of 548 hit points, of which 149 were at more than 300 meters. You received 1 hit, 1 penetration, and that was from the enemy M44. You damaged 4 enemy vehicles but killed 2 of them, and you also caused 2 stuns. On a premium account, you earned 14,240 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, you still had 6,859 credits spare. You received base XP of 392 on a premium account, which is 1.5 times base, and that was all you took away because there was no multipliers. But yes, it did really make you think like you died and you were the walking dead, that you were taking the lives of people who were alive and living. Very funny way to actually get your last kill when you're on your last legs. So well done there, Major Nuisance. I suppose we've all done it as well, but it just did make it look very, very funny that 40t made a huge error of judgment. So, if you like this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully your replay I'll be featuring in our next video.